Hi, we're the Gruenwald family, and our daughter Caitlyn has Cloves syndrome.
And this is our story.
We had a normal pregnancy. Everything was great. We were very excited because we've been trying for a really long time to get pregnant. And at 22 weeks, when we were going in for our ultrasound to find out if it was a boy or a girl, everybody says as long as the baby's healthy, but I never really took anything from it because I just thought it was something that everybody always says, because nothing could ever happen to my baby. Well, that day we went in for the ultrasound and the doctor saw that there was something wrong, went and had another ultrasound done, like a more high-tech ultrasound, and he came in the room and said that her leg was swollen. And he said it was a tumor, and in all of his years, it's like 30-some years of doing this, he had never seen anything like this before.
The further we got into it, the more they said, well, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. The only thing they could say for sure is it was bad.
Had Caitlyn over in Marshfield, and it was a pretty traumatic birth. They had to break her arm to get her out, and she wasn't breathing. They had to resuscitate her and
twisted her neck all up.
Yeah.
She had multiple layers of damage on her neck.
The following week, we were down in Milwaukee for the first time. The MRI that they did showed that she had lymphatic malformations that went up her left leg into her abdominal cavity, across her pelvis. It surrounds her spine and her abdominal aorta, and it ends in a bulge in her right chest wall. So a very large portion of her body is full of malformations. So since then, she has had close to 25 surgeries, and she's on her second round of chemo.
The bulk of these surgeries came in that first 2 years, and she, a lot of it was centered around her leg. It was just so huge, and it stopped her from being able to walk, stopped her from being able to crawl near the end. Then the surgeries destroyed her leg where she couldn't use it for so long, and then when it came back, she forgot how to crawl and how to walk again. It's just been a constant nightmare, and that's what I mean, like the last year and a half. I mean, God, she's been more mobile than she's ever been. She can climb things. She's still affected by it, but never like it was before.
No, she's crazy now.
She can run.
She's doing all sorts of stuff that I didn't think that she'd be able to do.
You got her trampoline?
Like seriously, she's crazy. She's like so much fun and wild. Like I just love it. In the beginning, CMN helped a lot with meal vouchers for our trips to Milwaukee and getting discounted hotel rates because we would be there for an extended amount of time. They reimbursed us for gas, and then at home, Caitlyn required, like equipment for her physical therapy, and so they were able to help pay for that and get special toys to help with her development. And then when she got a little bit older, when things started getting really rough, they helped me with respite care, which was amazing. CMN is just a wonderful charity. I had no idea the amount of involvement CMN has and how much they impact lives of all these kids. It's just really great, to have a resource like that, because there's so many families, well, we were one of them, that needed help and didn't have the resources. I think anybody who donates to CMN is, you can't go wrong.
If we didn't have the hospitals and the doctors and the charities and the people that really wanted to help us care for these kids, I don't know how we would have done it. I don't know how we did it anyway, to be honest. So
it was just so much easier, for her and for us to keep our life as normal as we could.
We just want her to feel happy, normal, and if there's anybody else out there that's afflicted with the same thing, help them. Do whatever you can to help them, because she's just like any other kid.
She has all these friends at school, which is really exciting, and talking with her teachers, I guess not a single one of the kids has said anything about the way she looks and how her body looks different.
And we never wanted to raise her to feel like she has to be different or she has to somehow say, hey, I have these problems. It's never slowed her down. She makes friends everywhere she goes. I would not be surprised if she stays one of those popular kids in school her whole life, regardless of what's going on. And that's just outgoing, She told me she had a game plan for how she was going to make friends on the first day of school. She came back and she made a bunch of friends, and everybody on the bus, bye, Caitlyn, they just don't see her as a project. They see her as another human being, which is awesome. So just a big thank you to everybody that's been involved in this from the start to the finish, and we really appreciate everybody's help and support, and it's been a fun journey. Thank you.